Weather update. Well, Ian no longer exists. It's nothing more than a little baby low pressure area moving through northern North Carolina, soon to move up into southwestern Virginia, and then the remnant low is going to track east across Virginia during the day on Sunday and Sunday night. Let's kind of retrack a little bit. The greatest effects on the Piedmont Triad in central North Carolina were Friday afternoon and overnight. If you recall, the hurricane with sustained winds of 85 miles per hour moved inland near Georgetown, South Carolina at 5 minutes after 2 on Friday afternoon, with a storm surge or wall of water moving inland anywhere from about 5 to 7 feet. And those impacts from the storm surge went all the way up into southeastern North Carolina around Wilmington and Jacksonville. But compare that when it made landfall in southwestern Florida. The storm surge there as a Category 4 hurricane, they had a storm surge anywhere from 12 to 18 feet. And that's the reason there is so much devastation and damage all up and down the west and southwestern coast of Florida. This what was at one time a monster hurricane is nothing more than just a little wimpy area of low pressure just north of Winston-Salem, tracking north-northwest at about 12 miles per hour, the remnant low moving into southwestern Virginia. And the winds associated with this low on the order of 10, maybe upwards of 20 miles per hour. Wind is not a problem, no more threats with high winds or damaging winds, and no more threats of heavy downpours and the potential of flooding rain, although we're going to keep at least some chance, small chance, of some scattered light showers in the forecast right on through the upcoming weekend. Every time these tropical systems move inland, of course, they weaken. Ian weakened rather quickly yesterday because it was moving into a very cold air mass. If you remember, the rain cooled our atmosphere yesterday and our temperatures held all day in the low and mid 50s. So that helped to really weaken the storm quickly. But when these storms weaken, they kind of spread out in size. And that's the reason we're seeing heavy downpours all the way up into areas of New England. As a matter of fact, we zoom in earlier this morning during the Good Morning Show, New York City was getting some heavy downpours, also northern areas of New Jersey. That has tapered off and that band has tracked out to Long Island, the eastern tip of Long Island. This batch moving ashore will move up into the Boston area as we head through the afternoon. Really no wind here to speak of, just some heavy downpours that are several hundred miles away from where the low pressure area is located north of Winston-Salem. What we're seeing is a good bit of drizzle here in our part of the Piedmont. Lots of low clouds and drizzle, and I think that's going to be the story for the afternoon. But with the low tracking up over Virginia through tomorrow, we're going to get some wraparound moisture. So we're going to keep a low chance of scattered, mainly light showers in the forecast right on through early Monday, as I'll tell you more about in just a minute. Let's talk about Friday. That was ground zero. Friday afternoon and Friday night. Look at these whopping rainfall totals for the calendar day on Friday. A little over 2 inches of rain in Greensboro, over 2.5 inches in Burlington, nearly 1.5 inches in Winston-Salem, nearly 2 inches in Lexington, and about 1.25 inches in Asheboro. You go down to the Sandhills and towards Raleigh, over 3 inches of rain, nearly 3 inches of rain in Sanford, and about 3 inches of rain down in Moore County. Head out west, they got a good dousing of rain as well. Most mountain and foothill locations anywhere from 1 inch to about 1.25 inches of rain in those locations. Now, the wind was problematic yesterday. We had our strongest winds on Friday. We had a 51-mile-per-hour wind gust. These are the maximum wind gusts that we had on Friday. 45-mile-per-hour wind gust for the max wind gust over at Winston-Salem. And on Friday, Burlington had a wind gust of 47 miles per hour. So wind gust anywhere from 35, 40, 45, even 50 mile per hour wind gust on Friday. Now today, of course, the rainfall amount's a lot lighter. Since midnight, nearly 1 inch at Martinsville and also nearly 1 inch at Mount Airy, 1/2 inch in Winston-Salem and Burlington, nearly 4/10 inch in Greensboro. If you add these numbers to the rainfall, the whopping rainfall that we had on Friday, anywhere from about 1.5 inches to upwards of 3.5 inches of rain. Pretty good on our forecast with regards to not only the rainfall amounts, but the wind speeds associated with Ian as well. Today we had early, and this was earlier, just after midnight, between about midnight and 6 a.m., we did have some wind gusts around 29, 30, 32 miles per hour. No wind gust across the area now, but we have some chilly temperatures. I'm forecasting low and mid 60s today. We'll see if we can make it, but right now with the low clouds and drizzle, we're generally looking at temperatures into the mid and upper 50s across the area. Let's talk about our computer model. The low will track east across Virginia. Wraparound moisture moves into northern North Carolina for the afternoon, overnight tonight, and through tomorrow, and even tomorrow night, but it's not going to add very much to the rainfall amounts that we've already had. As a matter of fact, quite frankly, this computer model is not showing that wraparound very good, but we think enough wraparound moisture will keep a lot of clouds through the weekend, and it will keep at least some chance of off and on showers right on through early Monday, and then by Monday, the area of low pressure, what's left, will move finally off of the Tidewater area of Virginia, and as we go through the new week, more in the way of sunshine. So the remnant low moves up into southwestern Virginia, and then tomorrow and tomorrow night tracks east across Virginia. Some wraparound moisture, some light rain and drizzly conditions for the weekend, and then finally on Monday, that area of low pressure will move out. So this is the way it's looking today. We'll keep a lot of clouds around, some areas of drizzle, a few scattered light showers. No more heavy rain, no worries about that, no worries about heavy wind as well. We're on our way to, we'll say low and mid 60s, but we'll see how these clouds hold in as we head through the afternoon, and I think they are. Okay, what about the winds? West winds today at 10 to 15, may occasionally gust up to near 20 miles per hour. Nothing significant in terms of wind or rain. That's all gone. And then tonight, areas of drizzle, some spotty showers under a mostly cloudy sky. Looking for temperatures overnight tonight to drop generally into the mid-50s. Now we're very gradually going to start seeing more in the way of sunshine, but it probably won't be until later Monday afternoon, and for the rest of the week, we'll see plenty of clouds right on through the rest of the weekend, but rainfall amounts are not going to be very much accumulating in the rain gauge. We're talking about drizzle and scattered light showers right on through tonight, tomorrow, and early on Monday as that remnant low pressure area moves through Virginia. Low and mid 60s today, low 60s coming up for tomorrow, and low 60s on Monday. And then once the low finally moves off shore by Tuesday, a little more sunshine each day. Going to warm temperatures up, upper 60s coming up on Tuesday, near 70 on Wednesday, and how about some low 70s for the Piedmont coming up on Thursday. So the storm is gone, no more threats for our part of the Piedmont, but I tell you what, gang, if you're going to be out driving driving anytime today and really the next several days. We have some blocked highways. We have some downed trees and power lines. Want you to be safe. Keep a sharp eye open when you're driving in the Piedmont for the next several days. But crews are out cleaning up, and hopefully power will be restored to most areas of the Piedmont later today or on Sunday. I'll have another update for you coming up at high noon, 12 o'clock. Have a great Saturday.